So today we're talking about edutainment. It's a composite word. So it's a mixture of education and entertainment, and it just speaks to the need or importance of fusing education with entertainment so that it becomes fun and kids get to learn easier. Sometimes kids dread going to school. I've seen parents struggling to actually get their kids to just wake up and go to school. And sometimes you wonder, why is it like that? Maybe the problem is the environment will be too serious. And when something is too serious for children, then they kind of get afraid and they don't want to be in that environment.
Yeah.
I was also wondering at some point why it's almost natural for most of us. We get afraid when it comes to going to interviews. I mean, you're told you have an interview, then you're afraid. You're told you're going for an important meeting, you're afraid. Where did we get that fear from? Because naturally, as a child, you're born confident. You don't have that fear. That fear is something that you learned. It's acquired because of the environment that you probably would have learned in. So if you're used to being in very tense environments, sometimes it becomes very difficult to ask. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to express yourself. But then when children are put in a place where they're having fun, where they're playing and learning at the same time, they become less inhibited. They can express themselves. They can have fun. They can ask questions when they do not understand because they feel like the environment is easy. The environment is free. So it's important to have fun and education fused together, even for adults. Sometimes when we want to convey very important messages, be it about GBV, be it about HIV and things like that, sometimes we put it in song because we understand the power of educating people through entertainment. When there's entertainment, people can easily catch the lyrics, easily understand them, and then they get the message. Maybe sometimes we put it in a movie, we put it in a drama, so that people, when they are watching, they actually learn. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I think it has, where you're watching a movie and the movie is so emotive, you actually cry.
Yes.
I mean, you really know this is fake, this is
I don't know,
fiction,
like
but somehow
they
you
just get in our
so-
hearts and you start
so into it.
crying.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the power of edutainment. That's the power of putting serious lessons in education. So
In what may seem a bit playful, but then it's not.
yeah, it's
The
not.
the
lessons
message
are
is
actually
relayed, and you actually get to learn.
So that is important. So I'll talk more about how educators and even as parents you can actually fuse entertainment and important lessons. But before I get into that, as you've already said, I brought with me some amazing guests, and I'm going to give you this time to just have a chat with them so that we get to learn from them.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you too.
How are you?
We're fine.
Wonderful, love that. Can you introduce yourselves? Tell us your names.
Alright, so greetings to you all. My name is Aidan Ondoma, a grade 6 learner at Shalom Junior School. I'm a prefect. Also, my hobbies are playing basketball, reading, and playing with my friends. I am a boy aged 11.
Oh, you love to what's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is basketball.
Or your favorite basketball player do you have?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Yo, Aiden. Oh, great. And Marceline, can you also tell us about yourself, your where you learn, your hobbies and age?
Okay, my name is Maslini Chinemute, a grade 4 learner at Shalom Junior School, where it is located in Westwood, Campusuma Drive in Harare. My favorite hobbies are treasure hunting and reading my books. I am a girl aged 10 years old.
Oh, you love reading. You're 10 and you love reading. Do you have a favorite book?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's a sunrise book.
It's a sunrise book.
Yeah.
Okay. And I understand that you guys visited Coach Tafadzwa's.
The experience was marvelous.
You enjoyed, and since Marceline, you say that you love treasure hunting, I'm sure you were having a lot of fun. What did you enjoy, and how was the experience as well for you?
I enjoyed a lot of things. So we first did the swimming,
Yeah.
and then we went for treasure hunting, and we did ball games. And we also did we also went in the sandboard. So we enjoyed ourselves a lot.
Sounds a lot like fun. Sounds like a lot of fun you had there. And Aiden, what did you learn from Coach Tafadzwa from that experience? What message did you learn?
Coach Tafadzwa taught us always to be confident in everything we do. Also, do not be passive, not be arrogant. Always speak out loud to be heard. And when talking to someone, to have direct eye contact.
Or to connect with people?
Yes.
Good. And what did you learn, Marceline?
I learned that when I'm talking to someone,
About that.
Yeah, so I really love that. What I normally do with the children is, so you know how sometimes they're in a group, right? And then I tell them to look like somebody who's shy. So they will look like somebody who's shy. Then I tell them to look like somebody who's got lots of money and who's confident. And they will look like that.
I need to bring Raina Mana, Coach.
Yeah,
Tafadzwa.
you definitely need to.
Yes.
So I then explained to them that when I told you to look like somebody who's shy, you looked like one, and that didn't mean you were shy. But when we looked at you and saw you, we thought you were shy. So even when you're not confident inside, if you look like you're confident, we're going to think you're confident. So you fake it till you make it. Because people are not going to be seeing that your heart is beating like really fast inside. Yeah, so you just pretend you're confident and we will think you are.
Oh, I actually love that. That's a good one. And what did you enjoy the most from what you were doing, Aiden and Marceline? What did you enjoy the most, guys?
I enjoyed the puzzle solving routine and the swimming.
Okay, so you got to solve the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
You love swimming?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite stroke?
Side stroke.
Side stroke. Okay. And what did you enjoy, Marceline?
I enjoyed playing in the sand pot because we were making like a village full of many buildings.
Wow, that's so cool.
You know what I just thought about?
Yeah.
When you mentioned about the puzzles, you still remember that puzzle that I gave you, Lewe?
Yes.
Yeah, she struggled with it just to make number one. But then those guys were like, I mean, they went up, but I don't remember like...
Struggling.
Well, I'm no longer sure where they went to, but it was really easy for them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was quite easy.
And what would you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I would like to be an autism therapist.
Why is that so? Wow, that's a good thing. But then I want to know why. What made you want to do that when you grow up?
Because this condition disables the ability of the children to write and also how to speak. So I want to help them to get to a better level.
Wow, can we clap for Aiden? Oh, wow. And Marceline, what would you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor who's a dentist.
Who's a dentist? A little bit about the experience that you had with Coach Tafadzwa. What was the experience like? And what were the key lessons that you learned as the teacher as well, just from watching the whole process?
Okay, fine. Thank you. It was really fun and exceptionally beautiful experience to the kids as well as staff, because we were actually discussing this with the staff and they said this was one of the best educational trip for 10 years now. Because the children really enjoyed the trip. Yeah, and I also learned a lot, like what they were saying. You're supposed to be confident and you should fake it till you make it. As well as obviously to have that confrontational talk, you should always have eye contact. yeah, I think that's all.
That's really good, hey? Because sometimes, kids are never really taught, and before you know it, you're an adult, you can't even have eye contact, and you can't even fake it, because no one can see that your heart is beating, V Candy. So you can actually, be confident and act it out. So thank you so much, teacher, for sharing that with us. Coach Tafadzwa, talk to us.
Yeah, so the interesting thing about edutainment is that even adults love to enjoy also, the puzzles that we do and all of that. If you give them to adults, they'll have just as much fun.
Yeah.
Just sometimes as adults, we're too serious, gamari and all that, and then we leave the fun bit. So once in a while, it's also important that you need to go to law school. And then she's like, so I need to start school. So the mom then takes the kid to a preschool. And then she gets there, she's like, is this the law school? Yeah, speaking and being confident is very important. Think about the interviews that we do. You never get an opportunity to actually do the job. You're going to be judged
for some people, like adults, they are ahead because they're just confident.
Yeah, they just can
they
speak.
walk in rooms and they are assertive, and doors will open for them. What is it? But then.
Yeah, it's just the confidence. I don't know also buy the later, but it's already too late. You've already hired them, and this person who was able but couldn't express themselves, they've actually lost it. So this is why it's important just to make the environment free. And also, when kids are playing, when kids have that edutaining environment, what happens is that they learn to communicate, they learn to work as teams because they're going to be sharing, be it the toys that they've got, they're going to be sharing. One will get hurt and then the others will learn how to offer sympathy. Maybe they will go there and help. So all of this are skills that they're learning that they couldn't have learned theoretically. You can't explain to a 4-year-old that you're supposed to be empathetic, you're supposed to sympathize and all that. They won't understand it. It will just fly over their head. But through the experience that they're having, they actually learn it. And others will naturally realize that I'm a little older than this one, so I'm supposed to give way to them. So all of those are important lessons that children learn when they are playing, and also they get very engaged. We are all differently talented. There's this kid who comes, who often comes to our place. He's, I think, 9 or 10, thereabout. He solves puzzles and makes things that, I will give the same puzzle to maybe 12-year-olds, to maybe teenagers, like a group of teenagers. They would struggle and maybe not even fix it. But as a single person, he does that in record time. Maybe 5 minutes, he's already done.
You said how old?
He's 9. I think I'll bring him one of those days. So, this is what you discover then when you give children an opportunity to play, an opportunity to experiment with different things. So when they realize that I'm able to do this, they're going to develop their self-esteem based on that. How you want to be number one in something. And I know when it's sports season, I'm going to be the one taking the prizes and everyone is going to be cheering me on. And then the other student will know, okay, I'm intelligent like in class. When it comes to the prize giving, I'll be number one. And then they also are celebrated that way. So at the end of the day, every child gets celebrated because we're differently talented. And that cannot be discovered when the environment is tense and it's just one thing through and through. Yeah. So moving on, the other thing that happens is, when the environment is free, there's also the reduction in stress. How sometimes when you're too focused, you get stressed. And because you're stressed, you don't even look forward to learning again. But when you're engaged, you're having fun, you look forward to continuing to learn. Think about little kids. They don't have pens, they haven't even learned how to write, but they learn so much. They learn language, they just observe, they see what you're doing, they experiment, you take them out maybe to a play center, they want to try and climb up and all that. This is how they learn. So just seeing things, observing things, there's a lot of learning that happens. Imagine if from birth we had to sit kids down and explain, okay, so this is how you lift your leg. This is how you do this and all. It was really going to be difficult, and maybe kids would never learn. Yeah. So edutainment is very important. Always, if you can, always take your kids out just to play. Sometimes it's not about many complex toys, just an empty place. They'll figure out things, they'll use their minds, they'll improvise. That's what kids can do. Yeah.
Anzi Nisama Aiden, I'm happy. Thank you, coach. Just got a message, I think, from the mom.
Oh, awesome. She's listening. That's nice.
I think so.